I was over at the Capitol and I remember coming back and smelling something in the air, but not really thinking anything of it.
When I first found out about the water leak, I was actually in Ripley working for the day, and it was on Twitter. I'd just checked briefly, and there was a proclamation from Governor Tomblin that said, "Do not use the water in Charleston."
We'd gotten a little more information. We'd confirmed that yes, this came from the governor's office, and it is a do not use order, which is different than a boil water advisory, which is, I think, what a lot of people maybe wondered at first. Is this just a boil water advisory? We get those all the time.
The governor's office issued the do not use notice, or the ban on using everything, using the water for anything except to flush the toilet or to put out fires.
And it quickly became clear this was not a boil water advisory. This was something much more serious.
But it was just kind of a panic thing, thinking that the water is out. There is no water. Do not use your water.
And that was really the start. We were live on the air when it happened, and it just snowballed from there.
I don't think anyone had any clue what was going on. We just knew that there was a leak at Freedom, and that residents weren't supposed to use water at all.
Well, in Charleston, I got a sense of uneasiness, to begin with, because most people understood that it was going to be a while before this really had any sort of conclusion.
The first 3 days after the spill, people were coming to work unshowered, basically cleaning up as best you could with like baby wipes or some sort of whatever towels you had laying around that you could clean yourself with. Bottled water, bar soap, and a washcloth was about the best you could do.
No one was prepared for it, but also trying to fathom what it was like to be completely cut off, to not have an appropriate supply of drinking water, or to only have to be able to shower in a public space every couple of days if you're lucky.
It was clear almost immediately that no one was prepared for something like that to happen. Of course, we found out later, as time went on, in the coming days and weeks, what regulations did or didn't exist, what types of enforcement of the existing regulations were even being enforced. So I think that it became pretty clear pretty quickly that no one in Kanawha County or virtually anywhere in West Virginia was ready for something like that to happen.
When the all clear was called, we were pretty early adopters in trusting the water system again. And we still noticed things. The first shower that I took after everything had been flushed, and we followed the instructions to the letter about how West Virginia American Water suggested that you flush your pipes. And the two biggest things that I noticed was that, my skin did feel a little raw, would probably be the best way to put it. Not bad, but definitely you could tell there was a little something not right, and the soap didn't rinse properly. We don't have really hard water in Charleston, and when it took me a considerable amount of time to get all of the shampoo out of my hair, we thought, well, maybe we should wait a couple more days.
This was not handled well, in my opinion, at multiple levels. And I think a lot of that had to do with the fact we were in uncharted territory. Some of it, I think, of our own making, some of it not.
Well, what the chemical spill taught us is that water is extremely valuable, and we just often take it for granted because we have so much of it. If you go out west, they have droughts on a regular enough basis that they understand the value of their water. What happens here, where we get a lot of rainfall, we take water for granted. We're rarely under water stress in terms of water quantity stress. But what we saw from that chemical spill is that when we don't have water, it creates a serious, serious situation, and not one that's just, environmentalists care about it. Everybody cares about it. Citizens care about it. Businesses care about it. It's wildly important to us.